I guess I'll start by introducing myself. My name's Ty McDuffie. I run this thing called Duff Radio, a YouTube channel that I'm trying to grow and kind of get into in the music niche. So I found your guys' work and was very interested in it. Wanted to congratulate you on such a groundbreaking moment in music. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. You like the album?
It honestly, like, it really started as like a joke. We were like, oh yeah, we should like, me and Rec, another admin in the AI Hub, we were like, yeah, we should like make a AI album. And I didn't think it was gonna go anywhere. It was kind of looking like hopeless, but we came up with the idea like having a competition to where people could submit demos over beats like themselves to trying to beat Travis and stuff, and that's how we found VVD and Nipa.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
How are you guys feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good.
A little mad that streaming service, like they got so mad about it.
We weren't profiting off of any of it, so that was one thing which kind of made it feel like they shouldn't have taken it as far as they did. They took down one of Zeno's songs, which was actually one of the songs on the project.
But they took it down when it was like his actual voice, but nothing was AI.
And it's our own original production and everything.
So now they're kind of overstepping their our boundaries, and kind of coming in and messing with a lot of stuff. So
now, is this SoundCloud, Spotify?
I dropped it on like the server's channel, PluggingAI, which has like 6K subs. There was like 500 people watching the premiere, but it got down from a legal complaint 3 hours later. What's interesting is that, I didn't get a copyright strike for it, so I re-uploaded it, and they striked it about a day later. It was two different, like completely different labels that striked it. So they were using multiple labels to come after me. And we had, talking about the premiere, we had 500 people watching, a ton of pretty big YouTubers when they're watching. It was pretty cool.
Oh, who was there?
I mean, it's not really anyone big in the music industry, except for one of my friends with like 100K subs who does like covers the songs, but it's every aspect of the song is just his voice.
There was a guy with like 1 million subs or some shit.
There's a few people with 1 million subs, but they're like Fortnite YouTubers, so.
Cool. So how did this idea for a whole album come together?
I might have kind of answered this before, but I mean, we really just kind of thought of it off the top of our head. We saw a YouTuber, LaFlame AI, do really well making Travis Scott AI songs, and that kind of inspired us. We were like, what if we just made a whole album? So we rearranged. Well, we didn't. LaFlame AI had the original title UTOP-AI, but he agreed to give it to us. And once again, shout out him. And like the demos we did in AI Hub, getting everyone together, we got a pretty tight-knit group of 10 to 15 producers and vocalists for it, and pumped it out in like 6 days.
What's your guys' background in music and production in general?
I'm more of a fan of it, but I've always been pretty good at managing like YouTube accounts and social media and servers, so that's how I got my admin position.
I've been producing and engineering for I'm 20 now, and I started when I was probably 13 or 14, so I've just been making beats and doing stuff on TikTok. I have a TikTok account where I remake popular beats and stuff. And yeah.
I've been producing since 2018, and like a couple years ago, an 808 Mafia member approached me because we're from the same country, and I've been working for him ever since. So that's about it.
How did you guys first hear about AI music?
I actually heard it on Quo's channel, PluggingAI. I heard Travis Scott "Drowning" cover, and then joined the
That's crazy. I saw it on YouTube and in a Discord server called Editub or Yedits, and I taught myself how to do it, and then I did some of them, and one of the admins of AI Hub invited me when it was like only like 10 members or so, so I managed to get admin position, and I made the Plugging AI YouTube channel to kind of promote the server while also promoting the channel via the server is kind of like a two-way promotion thing. So we got the server to gain almost like 1,000 members per day via the YouTube, the Google collab that lets people infer the AI audios, and also another reason I made the channel was I made the channel mainly because there was this guy going by the name of FBG Frey on YouTube stealing a lot of other AI content creators, like their covers that they spent hours mixing and mastering. He would go steal them and re-upload them and get all the views. So my plan was to surpass his channel while crediting everyone who gave permission to me to upload their covers, and while uploading some of my own covers too.
So what were your thoughts when you guys first started dabbling into this stuff?
I was surprised at how easy it was. Like I taught myself in like 30 minutes and did like 5 minutes of like volume mixing, and I'm over here like, bro, Kanye can sing Creepin' by Weekend and shit.
So what's the question?
Okay. How is the production process for that? How are you guys cooking this up? I don't know how much you want to speak on it as far as programs and making so many different vocal models, because the Don Toliver and Baby Keem that you guys had on your last album sounded almost indistinguishable.
Okay, so what happened is members in AI Hub already had those models made. Like we have, a big Discord server with how many people do you see? With 35,000 members now. It gains like 2,000 to 3,000 per day at this rate. But at the time we were making the album, they had just made a really good. Some people, server members had just made a really good Baby Keem model, and a few had also made some Don Toliver models, so we used them.
So what was the reaction you got from listeners and fans when you first released this?
One thing that I'll notice, I noticed the most when it came out on YouTube, the live premiere. One of the number one comments that I saw repeated was like "W lawsuit" or "You're getting sued" or like stuff like that. And that was other than like people saying, "Wow, this is great," a lot of love. It was a lot of like, "You're gonna get sued. You're gonna be behind bars." Like,
but yeah, most of that was like, just haha, funny moment, like,
yeah.
people joking and stuff, because it's kind of funny. But YouTube comment wise, and during the premiere, it was overwhelmingly positive. People were like, "Oh my god, you guys actually made this." There is a very small, like maybe 1 to 2% of people who mix, master, produce music for a lot, who kind of were like, this isn't that good. But most people who didn't, professionalize in music thought it was really cool, just as Travis fans and stuff like that.
So it's up for a day or two and then gets taken down. What happened?
Multiple labels claimed it at first. When I first uploaded it on YouTube, SoundCloud lasted about 2 days, I'd say. Yeah, no, a day and a half. But YouTube, I first uploaded it. It got a legal complaint from who gave legal RIAA Anti-Piracy gave a legal complaint. It didn't give me a copyright strike, so I decided to re-upload it for everyone, and with like 1,000 fair use disclaimers, making sure we're not trying to like cease and desist Travis and say, "No, we are not Travis Scott. This is just AI." Blah 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 in the description. But about a day later, Warner Music Bros. Claimed it So also another thing is that we released a single to the album a few days prior called Ivory and Gold, like almost 5 days prior, and it got claimed by SME, which was a completely different music label. So we had 3 different labels claiming our songs.
Wow. So you heard from 3 different labels directly?
Not directly, just like, YouTube copyright strikes.
Okay. Well, other people have been using your stuff too. I've seen the Baby Keem song you're talking about has been floating around.
Yeah, it's been going kind of viral on TikTok.
Yeah, we had the producer, who made their original song of it with his own vocals on it. He promoted it on TikTok and it blew up via his sound 1-0.
And now you've done Kanye on Drake's Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah, that's actually that's an album from one of the first albums, but it was all full of covers. It's by Louis Bag in our Discord server. I've just been uploading 1 to 2 tracks per day because it's easy and it's already done.
So what are your guys' thoughts on this issue in general? Do you think it's going to be a big legal battle? Who owns what?
I think that...
Okay, go ahead. You can talk.
Okay. I think there's definitely going to be something put in place on YouTube, on SoundCloud, everything. They're going to have to fight AI with AI. That's my theory, is they're going to have to put in some sort of AI detector, where it can detect a certain voice range or something like that, where they can detect, if these AI songs are being uploaded, and they can probably immediately take them down. Or it's just going to be a legal battle between the labels and whoever keeps doing it. And that's going to be long and hard. It's not going to be fun for either side. And I don't think the labels should ghostwriters, if they just come up to us. I mean, we were trying to get signed, low key. If they come to us, we could just ghostwrite for them and then put it out their AI, and then Exactly. It's not. Yeah. We're not trying to cause any ill intent. We're not trying to hurt anybody. Honestly, it's mostly for for a lot of us who are producing and engineering and artists, we're trying to make it. We're trying to actually do well in music, and this is really a big break because we've been on a lot of news sources, and it's really popping off. So
recent Vice News article, and now I have Insider recently sent me an email requesting an interview. And my thoughts on this with the labels and all that and YouTube and stuff, I think that as more and more, our server is growing massively every day, as more and more people do it, I think it's going to become harder and harder for record labels to try and put an end to it. And we might see some very aggressive tactics by the record labels, but in the next few months, I think that it's going to become a lot easier and laid back regarding takedowns, strikes, and censoring people who make covers and original songs.
Yeah, that was my next question, is what is the future of music? What do you think the industry is going to do?
I think the industry is going to, like I said at first, be aggressive and then kind of lean back, because they still own, the biggest artist. Just say if you're trying to look up Travis Scott's music, the first thing that's going to come up is not going to be an AI cover. It's going to be Travis Scott's actual music. And I think it's going to remain that way. Now, I think if someone's trying to cease and desist, scam people, say, oh, yeah, this is an actual Travis Scott leak, or, oh, yeah, Travis Scott actually said this about Astroworld, some terrible stuff like that. I think that is when it should be taken down, maybe even lawsuits if you try and do that. If you don't disclose it's AI, if you claim it as your own, voice.
Monetizing it.
And monetizing it, I think, will become a little more not such a bad thing to do as more and more people are doing it. But as long as it's disclosed as AI, I don't think it's going to threaten anything. I think it's going to become something for the fans to do, and I don't think, as long as the technology isn't impeccable, like right now it's pretty faulty. I mean, as great as it is, it still requires a lot of work to perfect most songs. And if you put in an acapella that has any effects on it, it gets all messed up with the AI. But I think it's not going to impact the music industry more heavily than it already has, at least for now.
So are you strictly going to be doing AI music going forward?
All of us, or like
just in general?
I mean, obviously.
What's your next project?
I mean, I don't count AI as like my number one source of
yeah.
Like I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be an AI producer or an AI writer for the rest of my life. Like I don't want to do that. Obviously, I want to work in the industry, and I want to get signed and work with artists who aren't using AI. But for now, to me, like it's really a way to connect with other really talented artists and producers, because from what I've seen on the internet, like Discord and stuff, there's tons of places where you can connect and work with people, but a lot of the times it's really one-sided. I don't know if Nitchba or Quo, you've noticed that in any other Discords. A lot of it's really one-sided. And when we started UTOP-AI, it did not seem like that at all. Like we were all working together towards one goal, and nobody was, if it was criticism, it was definitely constructive, and we didn't lie to each other. Like we didn't try to keep secrets and tell someone something's good or something's bad. But yeah, I definitely will be continuing with the AI stuff as long as it's available, probably until something else happens.
Do you think people are using Chat GPT for lyrics?
I mean, we tried it out.
Answer this, bro. Let Nitchba answer this, because
just let me give my 2 cents. I already have we at least attempted to use ChatGPT for lyrics, and it's not viable. It's like really bad.
Really?
I use ChatGPT when I have like a block, because I'm not an artist, I'm a producer, and I just record demos for other people to re-record the vocals on them. So I'm not good with lyrics or anything. So I just use ChatGPT to start me off, like just for the first line, and then I like continue on with my own lines after that. But yeah, just like a little startup.
Do you have advice for people who want to do this?
I mean, my best advice is to just stick your toes in. There's nothing bad that's gonna happen. You'll just learn.
It's just a cool experience overall. Like you hear your favorite rapper on your beats and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably the number one thing that I like.
Yeah.
Hearing my favorite rappers on my own beats and stuff.
And not only that, people who want to hear, different people on different existing songs, that's mainly what first started, AI covers and stuff like that. But people who want to hear different artists on different songs, they can do that pretty easily.
Anything else you guys want to add?
Sign us.
Yeah, sign us. If you're listening, sign us. No, I'd say the last thing that I'd probably want the general consensus of people to hear is that it's not one big red button that creates an entire album for you. Because a lot of people still think that it's like that. They hear AI and they automatically think, because they've seen ChatGPT writing essays and stuff, so they think that we're just pressing a button and uploading a full song that's mixed and everything. And no, it's just not like that. And overall, I'd say it's just for fun. Nobody really understands that it's really just for fun, and it's not that deep. Because some people who despise AI and think that it's, evil or whatever, they think it's going to destroy humanity. It's not that deep. It's really not.
Where can people contact you?
Instagram, probably the easiest way to get any of us.
Not me.
You don't have Instagram.
Mine is just QO0001 on Discord. That's just like you go to discord.gg/AI hub. Yeah.
I'm in my Instagram.
You'll put your Discord in the chat. You're on Discord, buddy.
Hey, thanks for talking to me, guys. That was great.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Enjoy your evening.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.